Baulkham Hills and Minister.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Acting Speaker. After the difficulty and uncertainty of the past year, the anticipation of Easter celebrations is at its peak. Undoubtedly, the COVID-19 pandemic has increased the value of community, empathy and personal responsibility and made the celebration of family, unity and generosity more important than ever. The latter are deeply entrenched in the spiritual traditions many of us will embrace this Easter. So too is the celebration of our Lord Jesus Christ's resurrection, which signals the opportunity for new beginnings, new hope, new healthy and prosperous year ahead of us. Our community has endured one of the most difficult social and community economic challenges time in living memory. The impact of COVID has been softened only by the collective efforts of every person across the state who rose to the challenge of 2020 and ensured we could start on the road to recovery. Last month's confirmation from the Treasurer Dominic Perrottet that more than 80% of jobs lost in the peak of the health crisis have returned is a testament to our collective response. As the vaccine continues to be rolled out across the state, businesses and community will be able to have greater confidence in the future and eventful arrival of a new normal. Mr Acting Speaker, as we continue to go from strength to strength on the road to recovery, there seems to be no better time than to now inform members of the House of some of the exciting work taking place across the Baulkham Hills electorate. The first of all is the sod turning of the $224 million upgrade of Memorial Avenue, which took place early this month, and I know that the government representative in the chair is very, very grateful for the ongoing lobbying and actions of the Minister for Roads. Memorial Avenue is being widened to a 4-lane divided road with shared pedestrian and cyclist paths to help people connect to Sydney Metro at Kellyville and Bella Vista stations, and of course link the member for Riverstone and I ever so closer. The upgrade will include additional dedicated left and right lanes, turn lanes at the Windsor Road and Memorial Avenue intersection. Bus users are also expected to benefit from new bus priority traffic lanes. This project will ease congestion and improve safety and travel times for the 30,000 motorists who use the road every day. Upon completion of the project, Memorial Avenue will have a consistent speed limit of 80 kilometres an hour. I don't think I've ever driven more than 50. Mr Acting Speaker, I'm very pleased to advise the House that 2 schools in my electorate will receive new facilities thanks to the government's $120 million Metro Renewal Program. Baulkham Hills High School, which, Mr Speaker, as you know, becomes regularly in the top 3 states in the HSC, despite their local members' intellectual capabilities, it will receive a $600,000 science lab upgrade. Jasper Road Public School will receive a $350,000 toilet upgrade. The Metro Renewal Program is part of the government's economic stimulus response to the pandemic and will deliver education benefits, community benefits, economic benefits, as well as a community benefit as we continue to recover. The projects are identified by school communities and co-funded by the school and the state government. Wherever possible, schools will use local contractors and suppliers, ensuring the positive impacts of this stimulus are felt as far and wide as possible. Delivery of these projects will be undertaken within the next 18 months. Mr Acting Speaker, I'm also delighted to advise that one of Baulkham Hills' most picturesque reserve, the Bidjigal Reserve, will receive funding of $500,000 through the Greater Sydney Crown Land Open Space Activation Program for improvements including bushland restoration, upgrades to walking trains, signage and stormwater infrastructure. And Mr Acting Speaker, next time you're in the northwest, you might want to join the member for Riverstone and I to go for a walk through Bidjigal Reserve with one of our local elders who will dazzle your mind with the Indigenous history in that wonderful bushland. The popular reserve contains an extensive network of walking tracks and can be accessed from various points including Baulkham Hills, Castle Hill, West Pennant Hills and of course North Rocks. Bidjigal Reserve is part of a 300-hectare corridor of bushland along Darling Mills Creek and is home to about 370 native plant species, 140 native animal species, a diverse population and very enthusiastic local residents. I'm sure these works will be warmly welcomed by the good constituents right across the Baulkham Hills electorate.
Yeah, Mr Speaker, the member for Riverstone.
Just briefly in reply, Mr Acting Speaker, I think it's important to put on the record that the Memorial Avenue upgrade project that the member is so excited about and has been waiting for some time will have a huge benefit for the people right across the northwest because it will address the intersection, of Old Windsor Road, Sunnyholt Road and Memorial Avenue, which is one of the key choke points along that corridor. It will be warmly welcomed by the community that this upgrade is going to go ahead.
Mr Speaker.